In this class, we will be studying about masking. First class. 3 basic fundamentals. Why we need masking? Fine. As radiologists, we check out the type and degree of hearing loss for both the ears, right ear and left ear. In our day-to-day living, let us say if a bird tweaks or a person I am speaking out, then what happens? We are hearing using both our ears, the right ear as well as the left ear. But when you go to your audiologist to find out exactly how your ears are functioning, you cannot say both the ears are functioning okay. You have to say whether the right ear is okay, whether the left ear is okay. If there is a problem in the right ear, what is the type and degree? Problem in the left ear, type and degree of hearing loss. So what we need to do? We need to test both the ears separately. To test both the ears separately, what are the different ways? If I want to test this ear separately, first is I close my one ear, here with the other ear, right? The second way is I put the headphone here, separately it will be given. The third way is engaging the other ear. So once it is engaged, then the other ear, this particular ear would not be responding to the sound there. So in this, if we see, the commonest way is putting a headphone to the ears. This is how we do. This is how we do the. Let me get 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. So putting the headphones, right? When you put the headphones to this particular ear, then what happens is that both the ears can be individually tested. So as you can individually test both the ears, what happens? You give a sound here. But this TDH49 headphones, when the sound reaches 40 decibels, then the sound from this cochlea enters into the other. Fine, it reaches the other cochlea by 40 dB. This particular phenomenon in which the sound reaches from one cochlea to the other cochlea is known as crossover. Remember, it is known as crossover. So crossover is not something to be worried about. We get worried when the other cochlea starts responding to it. For example, if this ear has this is a poor ear, fine. This ear has a threshold of 70 decibels. I give a sound of 60 decibels into this ear. Will this ear respond? Yes, no? No, it will not respond because the threshold is 70 decibels. But if I am giving 60 decibels, the sound would be crossing the ear and reaching the other ear. While crossing from this ear to the other ear, the loss here in between is known as 40 decibels for TDH49 headphones. This loss is known as interaural attenuation. It is known as what? Interaural attenuation. So because of this crossover, 40 decibel of sound is lost. That is known as interaural attenuation. But we need not worry. But we start worrying when this is 60 decibel sound here now. 40 minus means 20 has reached here. If 20 has reached the other cochlea and the hearing threshold of the other cochlea is 10 decibel, the other cochlea starts responding. Which means that although you are giving a sound here of 60 decibel, although there is a hearing loss of 70 decibel, still the ear would be responding at 60 decibel. Wrongly it will be responding because there is a cross hearing happening. So cross hearing is the phenomenon. Crossover is the phenomenon when sound reaches the other ear. It will be 40 decibel dBHL for TDH49 headphones. I showed you that. But the moment it reaches the other ear and the other ear starts responding, it is known as cross hearing. And this cross hearing is a difficult thing because here at 60 decibel the right ear is responding, but actually the loss is 70 decibel. So it will give a wrong impression. And because of this cross hearing, we will start having a shadow threshold. So here if you see, hearing is 10, but actually the person is responding at 50-55 decibel because there is a cross hearing which is happening. So we need to ensure that this cross hearing doesn't happen and we don't get a shadow curve. So this is known as a shadow audiogram or a shadow curve. This shadow curve is dangerous because actually if you see the diagnosis changes, this becomes a moderate conductive hearing loss. But technically, if you see 70 decibel now, it should be moderately severe sensory neural hearing loss. So the diagnosis changes, the management will change. So there is a need for masking, and this masking is done by giving a narrow band noise to the non-test, not the test here. Test here we are testing, non-test here, correct? So this is the necessity of masking. Otherwise there will be a misdiagnosis and mismanagement. Right? Thank you.